Hello, and welcome to Drinking Before Noon, of the Black Sheep Podcast. I'm Brendan Bonham, and with me is my co-host, Mike Mancini. Hello. And sexy sound guy, Quinn Myers.
Hello.
These are, of course, not our full-time jobs. I am a editor for The Black Sheep, an online college humor publication. Quinn is one of my co-editors as well, and Mike does all of our social media work.
That's right.
Today, we'll be discussing hot takes on Westworld, athletic achievement, or lack thereof, and drinking some disgusting liquor. The time is 11:44 a.m., so won't you join us in Drinking Before Noon? So, Mike, speaking of drinking before noon, I have a glass of Malort in my hand right now. How about you?
I do as well. Would you look at that?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So, as usual, Malort is disgusting, and as usual, we're going to drink it with something else. And we're going to decide, is it more disgusting or less disgusting in our Malort Minute? So,
All right.
Mike, would you like to go first this week?
I guess I'll go first.
All right. Before we do that, I'd like to show you our other option of what we're drinking this week.
Oh, boy.
This week we have some Wild Irish Rose, better known as bum wine, or if we're being politically correct, hobo wine.
Are you, specifically going for liquors and alcohols that have the same hue as Malort? Because they all look like brown piss water.
I would assume
like
that this is just kind of the default color of liquor that no one cares about.
Oh, that's probably true.
Have you ever had bum wine before, either of you?
Bum wine?
Yeah.
Is Franzia bum wine?
No, Franzia is just like a poor college woman wine.
There's a tier below Franzia, and that's called bum wine.
Oh yeah, you're about to try it.
Oh, boy. All right. Is it like butt wine or like hobo wine? Like when people say bum wine, are they referring to the butt or the hobo?
The hobo.
Okay.
Not the hobo's butt.
That's the lowest tier.
I've had this on several occasions. Never, chasing it with Malort, but I will promise you that you are in for quite the treat.
I'm excited.
So, go ahead and take us away, Mike.
All right, swig o'clock. Oh God! Oh, it's so bad. All right, again, we can conclude that Malort is ass. Oh,
I'll give it a whirl too.
Yeah, there's the Malort.
You're right.
Face. Even Brendan Bonham is not safe from the Malort face.
You're right. It's really not very good. Okay, Mike, hand me that glass.
Oh, do I have to finish it?
I guess Quinn can have it if you don't want it, but...
Here, Quinn, why don't you take a sip today? Here we go. No.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
It's really, really not very good. Now, the thing about the Wild Irish Rose is it comes in a variety of flavors. This one is labeled strictly white.
It's not
There's
white.
also red. There's a bunch of fruit flavors, but if we're going for disgusting, I thought we'd start here.
They labeled it white, even though it literally looks like diarrhea water.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right.
Now, Mike, take a sip of this and let me know what you think. And by sip, I mean a big swig.
Okay. Yeah. This is double the amount of Malort you just gave me.
What does it smell like?
It smells like... You know what? It smells a little more pleasant than Malort.
Yeah, I would agree.
Like a Wild Irish Rose, one might say.
Yeah.
If Wild Irish Rose smelled like somebody wiped their butt with a flower.
Well, I mean, all Irishmen are dirty degenerates.
That's
so
true.
It's probably pretty accurate on the smell spectrum.
Here we go. All right. Swig o'clock. Oh, it's bad. It's bad, but you know what? I don't hate it. Like the last one last week, I hated that stuff.
But, okay.
It's definitely more pleasant than Malort.
Take another sip of this, though.
Okay.
I want you to tell me about the texture of it. It feels very oily.
Okay. I can sense that oily. Let me see. Hold on. It's thicker.
Yeah, right?
It's got a little bit of maybe some sort of maple syrup vibe to it, even though it looks like liquid.
It starts worse than it finishes, whereas Malort starts better than it finishes. So
yeah,
I would agree
that's
that
very true.
Malort was significantly worse than this.
Yes,
but the texture of this is not something I would want to put in my mouth very often.
No, it's unsettling. It's very strange. It's like you're sipping on like vegetable oil, Crisco.
So, with that in mind, would you say that this was better than Malort?
Yes, absolutely. It's better than Malort.
10 out of 10? No questions asked?
No questions asked.
Right.
I would go up against the Harvard debate team on how this is so much better than Malort.
Do you want to finish these bad boys off?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, let's do it to it.
All right.
Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
So, this brings up something I wanted to talk about today, which is great feats of athletic achievement. And by that I mean not great feats of athletic achievement. Probably your most embarrassing stories or story that occurred to you on the field of athletic endeavor.
Okay.
So, I guess I'll start. I'm a pretty tall guy. So throughout my life, people have been like, you should play basketball. Well, I'm not very good at basketball. So in like 6th grade, we were playing for like a Y team. And, 12-man team, I was like probably the 10th guy, 9th guy. So I would get some PT here and there. But we were just blowing this other team out. The coach put me in, and he's like, just shoot threes or whatever. So I did. I don't remember this part happening, but all of my friends, and I was not drunk, all my friends swear to God it happened, that I made 3 threes in a row, and then after the third one, I ran out of the court with my arms in the air, like how the ref says, 3-pointer. And I just ran in circles. And
Were you blacked out from pure bliss of threes?
Here's the thing. I don't think this actually happened, but all my friends swear to God it did, and they won't let it up. So, part of me thinks that this is something where I'm so ashamed of it that I just blocked it out of my memory, as opposed to being overcome with such joy that it didn't happen, that I forgot that it happened. But, they give me a lot of shit for it, and I don't think that, I'm 31 now, and this probably would have been, literally almost 20 years ago. I don't think that they would hold up this joke that long unless this actually happened. And when I think about an 11-year-old Brendan running around a basketball court with his arms in the air, celebrating making a pointless 3 against a team we were already crushing.
Oh, wait. Were you guys already beating them?
Oh, by 30 points.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no, we weren't even it was I got put in and was told to chuck threes because it was the game was already so far out of reach that it didn't matter what the 9th guy off the bench did.
What I think that you should do is try to track down somebody who's not affiliated with you, who is on that other team that remembers that, because they would be unbiased and they would be able to confirm or deny if you celebrated this 30-point lead by sinking 3 threes and then running off the court.
It was not the proudest moment of my life, assuming that it actually happened.
It seems like you were very proud in the moment.
I guess that's true as well. Do you have a similar story?
So this is something that I have blocked out. So it does not involve me being drunk, but it did involve me being fat. When I was, let's say 5th grade, I was probably the same size I am now, but I was 4'6". So I was absurdly fat. We've got pictures of me and my family on cruises, and I
Were you as wide as you were tall?
I was quite wide. Oh, I was as wide as I was tall.
So square shaped.
Yeah, I can wear clothes from 5th and 4th grade now probably and get away with it. But I was really fat, and I was also the only person in my entire family who didn't know how to ice skate. My brother and sister were hockey players and shit, and I didn't. I couldn't do much athletically. So in order to inspire me to lose some weight, be less of a loser, around 4th or 5th grade, I would go to all my brothers and sisters, hockey games at the high school, and my mom would give me a quarter to run around the entire rink each time. And I would take those quarters. I would run around 5 times. I'd get a Snickers. So I would run around the rink every single hockey game, just determined to get that Snickers. I remember one time specifically, I ran 5 times, and I was 125, 125, try to go to the snack bar. My mom was no, you only did it 4 times. And I threw a hissy fit, crossed my arms, sat on the bench, dude, I went around 5 times. You were watching. You didn't even see. I ran around 5 times. I know. Look how sweaty I am. Threw a hissy fit. She was you got to do it one more time. Did not want to do it. Sat around for 20 minutes. Then eventually got up, kind of trudged around for my 5th time, got 125. Got the Snickers. I was known as that fat kid that ran around the hockey rink at Hampton High.
So I have a question for you. Were you aware that eating this Snickers was perpetuating your chubby boy problem? Or were you not aware of that and you just really wanted the Snickers?
I was not aware that I was a chubby boy or had a problem. I was aware that I wanted the Snickers very bad.
Sure.
And I was willing to sweat a little bit for it.
Sure. Do you have issues with Snickers to this day?
I don't like Snickers
running
anymore.
around ice rinks.
I don't like Snickers anymore. They get me all hot, sweaty.
Have you
make me kind of get anxious?
Have you since learned to ice skate?
No, I don't know how to ice skate. in an ice rink or otherwise. I have no idea about how to do any of that. In fact, the whole just motion of it doesn't make sense to me because you're skating around on knives on frozen water. Just so strange.
When you say it that way, it sounds supremely bad.
It's very, very weird, and I don't understand how people do it. I don't understand how you stop when you're going really fast. And you see the Mighty Ducks 3, and they stop really fast, and they skate the...
Yep.
Yeah, and they do the little... Oh, we should input that sound, the sound bite. But they do it really fast, and they stop, and the ice goes everywhere. It doesn't make sense to me. How do you do that without falling on your ass?
I guess a lot of practice and probably a lot of falling on your ass.
I guess so. I'm not willing for that, either of those.
Quinn, it seems like you have a story.
I have it's my turn. So I was also on the B squad of the basketball team, but not obviously because I'm short and redheaded. But I hustled. I got the Bulldog Award, which is, I think, a pretty big deal. You know, you hustle in practice.
Big dogs got to eat.
Big dogs got to eat. You know. So we're playing like the B team. They finally let the B teams play first, I guess. Like just whenever me and the B squad went in, like the bench squad, I would always sing to my fellow bench mob people, "Here come the clowns." So finally they let us start a game.
Because you guys were good, or the season was lost?
No,
or?
it was. I think we were just playing like a really shitty team.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're like, let's just send the clowns out, and maybe it'll be competitive and worthwhile. So for the first time, there's like a big pep rally. You know, everyone's out there. We get to play the first game when everyone's still there before everyone leaves, or before we come in for the last 2 minutes of the game and just kind of waste our lives away. So the crowd is cheering. Cheerleaders are going. They're like, we're going to run through that big paper thing. That like
the banner.
When you run out of the locker room, you run through the paper thing. So this was a big deal. And they're like, "Quinn, you go first." And I was like, yes.
So this is a big deal for the clown squad.
Yeah, huge.
Okay.
Huge.
But this happened every game regardless.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
Are you the head clown? Are you the top clown?
I was probably top clown.
You're alpha clown?
Yeah. So what happened was I lined up first ahead of the whole team, the coaches. Cheerleaders are like opposite of the hallway that we're running out of.
Quinn's time to shine.
I start sprinting. I bust through the paper thing. I'm running. Suddenly, the paper gets caught underneath my foot, and I slip and slide and bowl into the cheerleaders in the student section, and just bowl everybody over. And the team who's behind me kind of like runs. A couple of my friends are like, "Quinn, hell, get up!" And like, meanwhile, the team's just like going, and like, there's like, do we just keep going and doing layups? And I'm just
left
like,
in the dust.
I'm just crumpled in the cheerleaders. So that was.
It seems to me like you were the sacrificial lamb. Like they sent you first because your job was to die.
Yeah,
yes,
I think so.
Wow.
And then I think in that same game, I tried to like shoot a fadeaway and got the ball actually blocked back into my face. So 8th grade basketball was a shining moment. In my life.
And this is why we work in the humor college writing industry.
Yeah. Humbled at a young age.
No MBA.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Oh.
Wow, that's awesome. So never been late since that day, obviously.
Well, needless to say, the next 10 years, full of sex.
I mean, I got to give this one to Quinn. This seems like the most embarrassing of the stories.
Hands down. Oh, yeah.
Do you think we should embarrass ourselves further by eating a bunch of hot food then?
Oh, God, do we have a choice?
No.
It's my least favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, so we're moving on to hot takes.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
In which me and Mike ingest some really spicy shit, and then we argue over a subject that we have strong opinions about. A strong opinion Mike has is that he hates hot food. Last week we ate a jalapeno, and Mike begged for milk, even though Mike is lactose intolerant.
Oh, did you bring milk?
No.
What? I'm gonna put this on my calendar for next week. Bring milk.
But you are lactose intolerant.
Yes, I am lactose intolerant, but like it eases the pain.
So,
it's like choosing the lesser of two evils: diarrhea or burning mouth.
You're dealing with.
I'll take that diarrhea.
You're pushing your agony further down the future.
Yes, that's
for the sake of pleasure now.
Absolutely.
So, Mike, would you like to see what we're eating this week?
I would, I guess.
So I was at the store.
I'm interested.
It's called Slap Your Mama's Hot Sauce.
Slap your mama?
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to bring some domestic violence into our podcast.
Always. It's literally spelled slap Y-A mama, M-A-M-A.
Yeah.
Slap your mama.
Yeah, we'll get a picture of this and put it on the website. So you know, hot sauce is a variety of, like, you know, like Louisiana hot sauce, not that hot. Tabasco, Then you start getting into like that actual hot shit, and that stuff's trouble. I don't think that this is gonna murder us, but there's only one way to find out.
So there's no sort of scale on Slap Your Mama hot sauce as to where it falls on the murder us to Tabasco?
No. So we got a shot glass full of Tabasco sauce or Slap Your Mama sauce. Quinn, do you want to talk a little bit about the topic on which we'll be giving our hot takes today?
Today they'll be talking about Westworld and whether it's a good show or not. I think a lot of people have strong opinions on the show. I know Brendan really likes the show. I know Mike is lukewarm, milk toast, if you will, on the show.
I think you're going to be surprised. I'm not a huge fan of this show.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Well, let's eat some hot sauce and find out.
Okay. Well,
Best of luck to you, sir.
here we go.
Well, man.
Oh my God! All right. Well, as it's not that bad right now. All I'm gonna say, basically, a show that makes you do homework about that show is not a good show. Inherently, the only way that you understand the show is if you're a creepy little Reddit crawler. Oh, holy shit! It's creeping up. You got to go on a subreddit and you got to do some homework and you got to do some viral or some theory thread digging about the show, and that's what makes it ridiculous.
I agree. It's not that good of a show. There's no character development. All it is adding a layer, like an onion, of mystery every week. You know what? Are these people robots or are they not robots? New layer. What is the maze? It's just like layer after layer after layer of... I was thinking about this today. And did you watch Lost? I did not. This is like the same kind of group of people who did Lost.
No, I know about it.
I watched 2 episodes, hated it.
It's the same people that did Lost?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's just like The Leftovers then. Leftovers has a lot of questions and does not answer most of them.
And so I think this is what people get wrong. I think people watch this and then they think it's good because in episode 9 or episode 10, you know, the finale or the penultimate episode, that there's going to be this big reveal and be like, holy shit, what a great show. Not true. So you're willing to watch 8 hours of shitty TV where literally nothing happens just to get 2 episodes of catharsis? It's a very stupid idea. So if this show does not get better soon, I'm going to be done watching it because it's very stupid.
I agree. I honestly think that, kind of like going off what you said, I think that people are confusing or just like mistaking their confusion for interest in the show.
Exactly.
Like,
that's a great way to put it.
In Game of Thrones, like, you're like, holy shit, I can't wait to see what happens next because some crazy shit happened here, and I bet some more crazy shit's going to lead to, you know, some insane shit in the next episode. But now it's like, holy Christ almighty, please, I can't wait for the next episode where I hope it answers some questions.
Yep.
And I think that people are so used to, you know, TV shows kind of leading them into the next episode so much that they're confusing that with just like, they're legitimately confused and they're hoping that something can like save themselves from being so confused about the show.
And this is a show like I want to like so much. There's everything about it there's like
the plot's cool.
Sex, drugs, nudity, liquor, drinking,
right,
mystery, intrigue, all that good stuff. Stuff that I would generally like in most of my shows.
Exactly.
But they go about everything in such a convoluted way and they make everything so purposely dense that to me there's not really any sort of actual payoff ever. Like when
I think so too.
When one of the people is revealed to be a host, it was very anticlimactic to me at that point. In that, like, there was plenty of clues to you pretty much figure it out. So your reward is like being a dog fed by the hand.
Yeah.
Where like, so this is what you're taking away from. So what you're giving me is what kind of I expected, and I'm supposed to be like grateful for that.
Yeah, exactly. We knew that was coming. And
So-
like, what I think is like one of the most annoying things is if you even Google Westworld, you'll come upon like all these theories like I was talking about before. One of the biggest theories is about like the different timelines, the different time frames that are happening. They're showing you the same like the same everything that we watch are different timelines. Like how the guy who plays the milk drinking creepy brother from Always Sunny, I forgot his name now.
Yes,
but
the
that
McBoyle
guy
twin.
Yes, the McPoyle. The McPoyle is actually Hannibal
Jimmy
Lecter.
Simpson.
Yeah, he's what's his name? What's the actor's name? Hannibal Lecter. He's in Westworld too.
Yeah, but it's not Anthony. There's no way he's Anthony Hopkins.
That's Anthony Hopkins.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I'll bet you dollars to donuts.
I bet that's Anthony Hopkins.
People think he's a man in black. No one thinks he's Anthony Hopkins. Quinn, have you heard anything about him being Anthony Hopkins?
Yes, he's Anthony Hopkins. He's Anthony Hopkins.
I haven't heard anything about him being Anthony Hopkins. I've heard a lot about him being the Man in Black. There's nothing. How would he be? How would
he invent the world that he is currently existing in?
Oh, okay. Actually, I might be definitely very wrong.
You're thinking of Ed Harris.
Yes, I'm thinking of the Man in Black, whoever that guy is. That creepy. They're both creepy old men. They all look the same. It's just so weird that you have to look up a flowchart to figure out like what timeline it is, and then you have to look up like a flowchart of a flowchart of a flowchart to actually try to understand what the hell you're trying to understand.
I would agree.
Like, I went down a deep rabbit hole of Westworld, and then I came out more confused than ever before. On top of that, Sylvester and Felix are those two engineers that are fucking around. Mm-hmm. Why don't they just shoot that girl in the head? It's fixed everything.
That's a good point. I like that girl. I think she's probably the most compelling part of the show, but that's a pretty good thing to say.
Also, Sylvester and Felix, there's also a crazy theory that they are both hosts. Because Sylvester from, Sucker and Succotash Sylvester from Looney Tunes, and Felix the cat, these are two hosts that Anthony Hopkins named after things that he liked in his childhood. And they chase that bird around in that one scene. They might be cats.
They could also be cats. Okay, Mike, I'm going to say this was not nearly as hot as I was hoping it would be.
It was not that hot at all. It was an initial kind of shock, and then it was over. Slap your mama.
It would not have made me want to slap my mama.
No, not at all. And it should end in familial domestic abuse. If it's any sort of self-respecting house.
Slap a mama, make it spicier.
Yep.
So we're moving on to a new segment called Two Truths and a Lie, where me and Quinn and Mike are going to give each other two truths and a lie. Now, here's what I figure we could do. We can spin the wheel of misfortune, which we'll explain momentarily, based on these results. If the person guesses your true truth or a lie correct, you spin the wheel. That's the only circumstance in which you have to spin the wheel. Otherwise, we're going to end up with like 8 wheel spins here. Does that seem fair to you guys?
Very fair.
So I will answer Quinn's. You, Mike, will answer mine.
Okay.
And Quinn will answer yours.
Deal.
Now, very briefly, Mike, would you like to explain what the wheel of misfortune is?
So the wheel of misfortune is a wheel that we have in the office. It spins. It's got about 12 different segments on it that it can land on. And basically, they're all punishments. They're all things that you do not want to happen to you at all. Sometimes we'll bet on it, hey, I bet that, this team will win in sports versus this team this week. If you are wrong, you spin that wheel of misfortune, and you will just always end up being very misfortunate.
Yes. What was your favorite specific wheel of misfortune spin?
I gotta say, I really think that you presenting a PowerPoint presentation about a little girl's horse book that you read was one of the funnier things I've seen come from that wheel. There have been many, but that might have been my favorite one. Basically, he had to read a book of the winner of the bet's choice and then give a 2-minute presentation on that book. And the book was a book for horse crazy girls, was it?
For horse crazy girls only.
For horse crazy girls only. So now Brennan is a horse crazy girl.
Learned a lot about horses.
Yeah. For example, what's the difference between trotting and galloping or something
it's
like that?
Different speeds. I've since forgotten a lot of this, but
okay.
But I still know some horse stuff. There's big horses. You measure by hand, so 4 inches. So wow, lots of horse facts. Highly recommend this book.
Honestly, based on your review, I was curious. It's actually on my desk right now at work.
Give it a read.
And I peek into it every now and then, and there are some pretty horse crazy facts in there.
Yeah, there are.
That's
horses are crazy, and so are the girls that love them.
Yes.
What would you say your favorite is, Quinn? Mine is probably the smelly shirt. The time that Quinn Tisha had to wear the smelly shirt that was 4 sizes too big for an entire day. It smelled terrible, and it was huge.
Yeah, I think my favorite was probably making Atish Joshi, the CEO of our company.
The owner.
The owner and CEO of our company sit in the office massage chair for, I think he racked up to about 8 hours.
Yeah, it was a long time.
8 hours, and he was sore and had to take phone calls. And we had the wheel of misfortune.
We learned about the lady with the red pants.
Yes, we got some inter-office gossip while he was listening to 2 women talk, and they didn't know he was there, or they did know he was there and didn't care. Yeah.
So we're going to play 2 truths and a lie. Do you want me to kick it off? All right, so Quinn, you're guessing here. Option number 1. I once ate at a Wiener Schnitzel restaurant. I ate a family pack by myself on a bet. A family pack is 6 chili dogs and 3 orders of chili cheese fries, and I had to do it in under an hour.
This is at the Wiener Schnitzel place.
Yes.
Okay, I believe that one. You're
Number 2, I accidentally pooped my pants in the McDonald's ball pit when I was 6. And my mom had to pay to get all the balls replaced.
No.
Number 3, one time, a grade school aged Chinese girl thought I was Ben Affleck in the line at Burger King.
Interesting. A lot of fast food.
Yeah, I went for a theme
heavy
here.
ones, yeah. Well, I know that you have issues with pooping in public in your pants. There's been a few times. I think I've heard stories of being at bars, pooping your pants, and then going back and changing, and then going back out. So I'm gonna say the 2 truths are the Wiener Schnitzel and the pooping in the ball pit.
Incorrect. The poop one is fake. I figured you would think I'm a poopy guy, thus you would guess that.
The ball pit thing threw me off. I don't think McDonald's cares to wash the balls. People poop in the ball pit.
True.
I bet they just wash the few that are infected and kind of just,
So no wheel spin for me, right?
No.
So the Wiener Schnitzel happened in Champaign at U of I, where Quinn and I both went to school, and so did the Burger King one. I'm like, why would Ben Affleck be in a Burger King line in Champaign, Illinois?
For the record, Brendan looks nothing like Ben.
Yeah, not very much. I have dark hair and I am tall.
Like, listen, you dumb little girl.
I was very flattered, though. That's a very nice thing to say to somebody.
Yes.
So, Quinn, why don't you give Mike your 2 truths and a lie?
All right. So, Mike doesn't know me as well as I think I know Brendan, but I don't think you're going to get this. Okay, so these are quick. I was almost kidnapped in a Kroger in Ottawa, Illinois when I was 12. I burned down my garage in Streeter, Illinois when I was around 4 years old. Or I was put on academic probation in college for climbing into campus buildings and onto the roof of those buildings several times.
You didn't burn down that garage, Quinn.
False. I burned down...
It was the Kroger one, right? The Kroger one's fake.
Nope. Kroger. Both those were... I climbed campus buildings in college, but I never got put on academic probation. Never caught me. Never caught me, baby.
You almost got kidnapped?
Yeah, what? Can we go back to that?
So this is my old man story that I was going to tell you guys earlier.
I should have known.
One time, so I went to Kroger with my dad when I was like, I was probably around 12, maybe 11 or 12. And I used to dress real grungy because I thought it was like cool to like dress like a fucking asshole. So I like was wearing like a knit cap and like a coat, and I was like, it was just me and my dad and Kroger. For some reason, we were just like, I was like off by myself looking at sandwiches. And all of a sudden, I feel this like crusty hand on my coat shoulder.
No way.
And the guy goes, "It all looks pretty good, doesn't it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I don't know if he thought I was like also homeless or just wanted me to like grab me and take me into his van, but he followed me around the store for a while and kept talking to me. And then finally, I found my dad and just like stood next to him. And then when we were leaving, my dad was like, "Why didn't you tell me that guy was like stalking you?" I was like, "Well, I don't know. I'm just a dumb kid."
Wow.
Because I knew you climbed campus buildings. I didn't know you never got probation for it. I'm pretty sure we had talked about the garage burning down, given that we both have Streeter, Illinois relations.
Yes. Yeah.
And then from there, I think I defaulted to the Kroger thing.
Wow. Yeah. Imagine if you did get kidnapped by that old man. You would have had such a cooler story to tell.
Yeah. such a cool story.
It's called his obituary. Yeah.
All right, Mike, let's hear yours.
All right, here we go. Who am I presenting these to?
Yeah, me.
Okay, Brendan, here we go. To 2 truths and a lie. Number 1, I once ate a pot brownie on a plane from JFK to LAX, so New York to California, and I passed out in the aisle halfway to the bathroom. Number 2, I once sneezed, fucked up my neck, couldn't get out of bed, and had to get an ambulance from my room in my house in Hamden, Connecticut, to the hospital. Did not have to go to class that day. And number 3, my cousin is Finnick Odair from the Hunger Games.
Man. These are all very believable. Which one's Finnick?
Finnick, He is the one who has a staff of some sort, and he dies in the third one. And his name is Sam Claflin.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess that one because you told me his name just now, and it doesn't sound like your name at all.
Sam Claflin is my cousin.
No!
Yeah, he is my cousin. He lives in Britain.
He lives in jolly old British.
He lives in British lands. My immediate cousins are all my mom's sides. They're all the Claflin family.
Is your mom English?
My mom, good question. No, I thought she was just Irish, but I guess now she's
Or
English.
is she?
Oh, no.
Does your mom have an accent?
No, my mom's cousin is American, and she met Sam Claflin's dad and had a baby with him, and then moved to British land.
So you have no blood relation to him, but you are related.
I have a little bit of blood relation. I do.
Okay. So which one is a lie then?
I did not eat that pot brownie. That was my friend.
Damn it.
Yep. And I did actually. I sneezed when I was in high school, and I was getting out of bed, and I couldn't move my neck, and I had to have the EMT come to my bedroom and lift me onto a stretcher, and then he took me to the hospital, and he was like halfway there. He was like put me in a neck brace. He was halfway there. He was like, "Listen, kid, like, do you have a big test today or what? Like this, I don't know what you think you're doing, but like tell me what it is right now, and I promise I won't tell the doctor, but I can help you create a fake story." And I was like, "Dude, I sneezed and I cannot move. Like, I am telling the truth." We got to the hospital, and I was able to move again, slowly but surely.
That's insane.
I did not have to go to class.
That's insane. No wheel spins. Good job, guys. These
No
are good
spins.
fake stories.
All right.
Now, since that doctor or that paramedic thought Mike was faking it, do you think
Yeah.
that makes him a bad boy?
Who, the doctor or me?
You.
Oh, I would say we're both bad boys in our own.
That's true. But we like to play a new game called Bad Boy or Good Dog.
Ooh, here we go.
So, Bad Boy or Good Dog is, this is completely based on your own personal opinion. I'm going to mention a situation. You tell me if you would be either more mad if your friend did it or happier that your dog did it. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to roll.
Bad boy or good dog? The person or animal in question drives your car into a ditch on the side of the road. Would you be more impressed with your dog or more angry at your friend?
I would be impressed with my dog. How he commandeered the wheel of a car in the first place, and then drove it into a ditch, maybe willingly. Got his little paws up on the steering wheel. I think I'd be more impressed. If my friend did it, I wouldn't be mad at my friend. I'd probably think something stupid happened.
That's true.
Or they got an accident.
Sure.
I feel very similar. I think that, drunk friends or just dumb friends in general drive cars into ditches every single day.
Sure.
And it's nothing that's, newsworthy. But if my dog gets into that car and he drives that car into a ditch, I'm getting on the news, might get a record deal. I would be way more impressed. That's a good boy.
Okay.
Good boy.
So good boy. What if they bark at a policeman as it drives by?
That's pretty cool. Honestly, I am at an impasse.
Man. I would say bad boy.
Nah.
Bad dog.
No, bad boy or good dog?
Good. Bad boy.
Okay.
And I would say that to my friend. I'd say bad boy.
Nah, because I like my friends barking at the cops, and I like my dogs barking at the cops too.
So good dog?
Good dog
All right.
and a bad boy, but like in the good sense.
Okay. So next one.
He's a bad boy.
They bake a cake, but do not follow instructions, and the cake is rubbery and disgusting.
This is another one where I'd be impressed by the dog's skills, but if he's like driving a car around and barking at cops, I think I'd be more mad at my friend for like screwing up a cake. Like, come on, man.
The instructions on the box, right?
Yeah, they're right there on the box.
Yeah. Is the cake edible?
Barely.
Does
All right.
my friend / dog eat it anyway?
Well, I mean, you have to eat some with him, though.
Yeah.
It's a case for you.
Okay.
If he made it out of, it's the thought that counts. If the dog made it out of love for me and just he got past the fact that he cannot read because he's a dog and he does not have thumbs, so he cannot measure eggs and flour properly, then that's a good boy.
Okay. So, they read your term paper that you worked on all night, and they describe it as rough?
Like, ruff.
Well, you tell me.
I would say good boy. Good boy. Good dog. Good dog.
Okay.
Good dog. Read my term paper, made a pun. I'm in. I'm in on that.
I expect the dog to say rough because he is a dog. I do not expect somebody to call my work rough, ever.
Okay.
That is a bad boy.
Now, last one. Bad boy or good dog? If they try to wear a monocle, unironically.
Unironically?
Unironically.
Like they're trying to make it a thing?
Yep.
In public or around the house?
Like in public. How are you going to make it a thing if it's not in public?
Yeah, it's
You know what?
okay.
That's a good boy. You think that dog was getting attention before on that walk with the ladies?
Oh, yeah.
Now he's got the looks and the brains. And now I'm definitely not getting paid attention to. That's a bad boy.
No, I'm staying on the original wavelength. I think that's a good dog. If my friend wore it,
Then you're going to get more attention.
no,
because your friend
no,
was like
they
an
would.
idiot.
People would like assume that you guys are of the same ilk. But if my dog is wearing that thing, people are gonna think I'm a rich man, I'm wealthy, I'm well-to-do, dress my
That's
dog
true.
up in a monocle.
This guy can afford a monocle for his fucking dog.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good boy. That's a really good boy. Might be the best boy yet. Dog of the year.
These are some good takes. I appreciate these
When
takes.
we were thinking about these, what kind of dog breed were you guys envisioning? Because I was envisioning the same dog breed the entire time.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Golden retriever.
Kind of like a
Long
beagle,
flowing
but
hair.
bigger. Like a...
What?
Like
The
a...
size of a cow?
A beagle but bigger, roughly the size of a cow.
No, kind of like
With female legs.
like a hunting dog sized thing where it's like a short hair with like some white base and like brown things and like hangdoggy ears. Yeah, no, I got this.
Okay. All right. I was thinking of a border terrier, the dog from Anchorman, Baxter, the whole time.
Yeah,
They're smart and very capable.
Mike just Googled, by the way, what kind of dog is Baxter Anchorman?
I had no idea what he was. I was going to describe him as a small, scruffy boy.
we want to do this other thing. It's Thanksgiving season. I think we're all going our separate ways, except for Mike is staying in Chicago for Thanksgiving. So
Yeah.
if anybody's in Chicago and wants to bring him a plate of turkey,
I will be shirtless on the couch watching Tyler Perry movies.
very exciting.
I do every Thanksgiving.
Is that true?
I've done it once before.
And it was pretty good.
Yeah, so it's now I do it every Thanksgiving.
So what you're saying is Thursday is Tyler Perry Day, and then Friday is Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. How cool! What a coincidence for our new segment.
Yeah.
Is it called Black Movie or Black Friday?
It's called Black Movie or Black Friday.
Wow.
Yep.
So how do you play this game?
So what I do is I will list a situation or a scenario of a something that either happened in a Black Friday news clipping or something that happened in a Tyler Perry movie.
Okay. So, you want to kick it off?
Yep. Without further ado, here we go. Here's the scene.
How many are there total, by the way?
There is 4.
4. Okay.
Don't look at it, Quinn. Wow.
Can't
We got a
help.
cheater over
I
here.
just wandering on.
Quinn, do you want to play for a wheel spin? We'll see who gets more right.
Let's do it.
Deal.
Here we go. He's shaking his head. Okay. The first one. A shopper totaled another shopper's car by flipping it upside down after getting their parking spot stolen. Is that a black movie or is that Black Friday?
I know what I'm going to say.
I'm going to say Black Friday.
I want to say Black Movie. It seems like something Medea would do.
It seems a little over the top.
It's something that Medea would do because she did do it. She did it
Exactly.
with a forklift.
Exactly.
And Medea goes to jail.
There we go.
Nice. That's actually why she went to jail. The woman's car was married to a cop.
So that's 1 for me, 0 for Quinn.
Yep. Here we go. A woman used pepper spray to clear about 20 people out of her way. Black movie or Black Friday?
I think I've heard this one before. I'm going to go Black Friday again.
I'm also going Black Friday.
That is Black Friday. You guys are both correct. Brendan leads with 1.
By 1.
By 1. A woman slapped a police officer after he attempted to arrest her following an 8-car police chase.
Oh boy.
I think I've seen this one before, and not in the news, but it sounds like something Medea would do.
I also think it's something Medea would do.
Eight car chase, having the gall to slap the police officer.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
That's something Medea would do.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
in Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns. Is it Medea or Medea?
I don't know.
I think it's Medea.
I don't know.
You guys keep saying Medea.
We'll tweet it at Tyler Perry, see what he has to say.
Yeah. All right.
Say it with me now. Bodega.
Here we go. Last one. A retail worker informed a shopper that they don't keep cash in the store, prompting the shopper to ask her if she said that because she was black.
Okay.
A fight ensued.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm up 3-2 on Quinn, so I'm going to let him guess whatever he wants, and I will take the opposite, thus giving you a chance to tie.
You say a fight ensued, so that makes it sound like a Tyler Perry move, like a big slapstick brawl. But sometimes I think the truth is stranger than fiction.
That's true.
Wink, and I would say
Or is that false?
I would say that's Black Friday.
For the record, Quinn winked when he said wink.
So Brendan,
He's a man of action. I said, well, wait. So what is your actual guess?
Black Friday.
Oh, then I'll go bidet movie.
Tyler Perry's Why Did I Get Married?
I am perfect. 4-4.
Brendan, 4 for 4.
We'll have Quinn spin the wheel today. We'll let you know what happens next week.
All right.
Now,
It seems like you're a big fan of Tyler Perry.
I got all of them right.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you want to fart this tune and get us out of here, or no?
I'll fart this tune.
Okay. Last week we played a game called Fart This Tune. Mike did a bunch of obscure ones, and no one got any of them. So he's back with one more fart. And he promised us a decent hit that we might be able to figure out. Quinn, are you ready? He is.
Here we go. Gotta ready my bottom cheeks. And
Okay.
Like, why do we think this works?
I don't.
Why do we think this is ever going to work?
I don't know.
Unless it's like the national anthem or something. Like, we're just never gonna get this.
wait, you
No,
don't know what that was?
Was it Hokey Pokey?
Are you kidding me?
Was it the Hokey Pokey?
That was far from the hokey pokey.
Damn it. I
How did that sound
started
like
getting,
Hokey?
put your right foot in, put your right foot out. I started getting that.
Quinn, are you sure you don't want to take another shot of this?
Is it Jingle Bells?
Oh, is it that song that's like, not Chainsmokers, but the other like super popular song that's like, no, that is Chainsmokers. So Baby Hold Me
Oh,
Closer.
you got it. It's Chainsmokers.
I was gonna guess-
Closer by the Chainsmokers. It's definitely not the hokey pokey. Wow. Is that
Same-
a for Brendan?
Same musical value. We had no contract.
Oh. Did you say same musical value?
Yeah.
Wow. It's an insult to the Chainsmokers. Brendan says he wants to fight you guys.
No. Well, yeah. But it's also an insult to the Hokey Pokey. The Chainsmokers are from Chicago, so I'm sure they're home for Thanksgiving. You know?
What? Are they really?
Yeah.
I thought they went to Syracuse.
Maybe they went to Syracuse and they both are from Chicago.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe that you got that quick.
But I say stay in New York. You know.
Oh, last one out.
Oh boy. So is there anything else you guys wanted to say this week?
No.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And happy Blackout Wednesday, right? That's the.
Is it the official name?
I think it is in the Midwest. I think in Midwest it's called Blackout Wednesday because a lot of schools here have the entire week off, where I think a lot of the coastal schools just have like 2 or 3 days off. So I think people have more time at home for that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Blackout Wednesday, Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we'll be back next week with something else too. Probably some new bits and all that. In the meantime, we're going to eat a lot of turkey and hope you guys do too. All right. Have a good one.
Bye.